Hey, what's going on YouTube? Hiker Dave here. It is windy, chilly, cold. How's everybody doing? How are you? Doing well, I hope. Boy, the wind, when that wind gets whipping, it is chilly. I'm definitely dressed for the occasion, but I actually got all my shirt is unbuttoned, my sweatshirt is unzipped. I don't want to sweat. I started to get really warm, and when it's cold like this, it's not good to sweat. I think I've said that before, a whole bunch of times. It's absolutely beautiful, crisp day today. This place is not really very busy. I only ran into one guy in the parking lot. He was coming back. He was a mountain biker. And we were just talking about the trail conditions, if it was wet out here. And so far, so good. But I am headed towards the water, and it's going to be even colder with the water, with the wind whipping across the water. It's going to be chilly. It's probably one of my favorite trails. It skirts the lake. But the only issue is when it's cold like this, the wind whipping off the water. But it's okay. I mean, it's like I said, I'm dressed for the occasion. So I come out this way today. Like I did the other day, I was hiking in another area of this park. Just looking for changes in, you know, new sign. New Bigfoot sign, like I often say, you know, new sapling breaks and stuff like that. And I haven't seen really much new. I see a few leaners, some tree leans, stick leans that I don't recall them being here, but I can't be positive. I don't know how it's going to be taking video down here off the water. With the wind, it'll be tough on the audio. And the audio on my videos is bad enough without me making it worse with the wind. I just heard a little stick snap. Woodland creatures, I'm sure, right? Hoping to see a deer. I love that. I've seen quite a few here now in this place. A handful of times. One time I saw two. One, I spooked one. It took off, scared the heck out of me. And then as I was watching its white tail hopping through the woods, all of a sudden, there was one next to it. I never even saw it. I wouldn't have seen it if it didn't take off with the other one. That's the first time I've run into two at the same time. I always forget just how different everything looks from the changing of the seasons. I could see so much further through the woods. It's awesome. It's not as claustrophobic. This is King's Pond. And I can see from the ripples way out over there. that the wind is going to be kicking when I round this corner up here. I seem to recall some sapling breaks in this area, but I don't seem to be finding them. There's one here. Look how high that one is. That one's about 11 feet up. That's a big one there. Oh, and then look at right across from it. You've got this little one here. Right across the way, about 4 feet up. Interesting, very interesting. It is real quiet here today. No birds tweeping or nothing. Just dead quiet. All right, this is where I think I turn this trail here. Is where I'm gonna hit the wind. Look at this little break here. That's fresh. It looks fresh to me anyways, guys. Little tiny break. Little baby sapling. Yeah, I can tell by the conditions of the water out there that here comes the wind. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that wind chill. I have still yet to figure out that gimbal. That's supposed to stabilize my video. You know, I shouldn't even worry about that gear. I really shouldn't. I should just return it. Beautiful, beautiful spot here. I love this trail. Right along the water. My hands are cold. I got those gloves on where you can, they're almost like mittens, and you can flip the top of the mitten back and exposes the fingers, the fingertips. I think I might stop. This is a spot I like to do little day camps here. And I think I might stop here and get a little tiny blaze going, warm the fingers up. And this here is Lake Rico. Yeah, I think I'm gonna set up, just get a little small fire, get my fingers, the feeling back in my fingers. Oh, yes, please. That's a relief, I gotta tell you. So I just use these little blocks here. They're beautiful, really, really nice for fire lighting. Just a small fire, get the feeling back, get that nice warmth back. I always carry multiple of these things. Oh, that feels awesome. This is about the 2-mile mark I'm at now. And I'm gonna head about another half a mile to a spot I haven't been to in a couple months probably. This is just a little layover, so to speak. Probably 15 minutes I'll sit here and get nice and warmed up again. These little fire blocks I use, it just takes the fight out of trying to get a fire going in the wind like this. I struggle, you know what I mean? I could get a fire going with just a ferro rod, but it would take me a half an hour to prep it, just to prep it. I'm a bit of a firebug. I can't believe how silent it's been all day on my hike here. So quiet. really strange. Peaceful. I mean, I'll tell you that. Nice and serene. So the wind isn't as bad. I'm kind of away from that, away from the lake now. That was nice to get that little blaze going and just kind of warm myself up a little bit for 10 or 15 minutes. I can't even tell you how much that helps when you're cold like that. I suppose I could have just threw on the other sweatshirt I have in my backpack, but what fun is that, right? I prefer a nice blaze. Like I mentioned, I'm obsessed with fire. I carry 3 different ways to light a fire with me at all times. Fire and water is, I obsess over it a little bit, but it makes me comfortable knowing, you know, that I've got all that, and I'm not going to be uncomfortable because there's nothing more miserable. It's a little creepy when it's this quiet, I have to admit. I mean, my entire hike has just been just like this. Aside from the occasional little sounds I hear from the woods, I felt like when I had that fire going that I was not alone over there, but that could be my mind playing tricks on me, or maybe the smell of the fire had caught the interest of some woodland creatures. Oh, I gotta switch hands, my fingers. I got about 2 hours of sunlight left, and I'm making my way back now. I think I got plenty of time, but I certainly took my time taking those first couple miles there. Look at the size of that break. Woo, that's a big one. Oh. Yeah, look at that, huh? Snow load maybe, right? I don't know, there seems to be a lot of activity right here. Well, I want to thank you guys for clicking and joining me. I don't feel so all alone when I'm talking to you guys. It's funny how that happens, where I turn this camera on and I feel like I got a bunch of people with me, and it's comforting. It's really crazy. New England is crazy. It was 54 degrees not a couple days ago, and now it's probably hovering around freezing now. And then you add in the wind. It feels like it's about 20 degrees, 25 degrees. I might exaggerate, but it feels like it. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming by. I appreciate all your awesome feedback and your patience with my editing. I'm trying to learn a little of that. I'm trying to make it a little more interesting to watch. was up there? I wonder if that came out on audio. I heard a step. I always hear a little something funny whenever I come back this way. I'm going to go up over that ridge line one of these days. Not today. As you can see the sun right there, don't quite have the time to go investigating. Looks like somebody was mashing on that thing, huh? Who's up there? All right, I'm leaving. Don't get your panties in a bunch. All right, guys. Thank you again for clicking. And I'll definitely see you guys on the next one.